Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is April 1st. Happy April Fool's Day to everybody out there. Right now we're taking a look at the infrared satellite imagery and you still see the spin in the atmosphere from our low pressure system right here across Arizona and some of Baja Peninsula there. Moisture plume moving across some of New Mexico. And then you can see we're going to get a few nice days out of this. We got a nice ridge that's going to be building, but you can also see the next trough that's going to be dropping down across much of the west coast here and impacting California, bringing some much chillier air as we move on in through the end of this upcoming week here. Taking a look at the Doppler radar overlay with the water vapor loop, you can see that moisture plume here and some shower activity still moving across Arizona. Can't rule out some thunderstorm potential across portions of California today. One more day here as well. Now, taking a look at what's coming on Thursday, you can see the probability for 1 inch of snow or greater here across some of the Sierra Nevada and the Cascade Range and some of the Klamath Range here. Look at some of these snow levels, really low, actually, relatively speaking anyway. This is a pretty chilly air mass rolling down in here, so watch out for that slick winter driving conditions. Taking a look here at the warm Wednesday through Tuesday, actually, sorry, then cooler late week here. So let's take a look. You can kind of see if you look at Honeydew, 75 and 71, then the big drop. I mean, we're talking about 20 plus degrees by the time you get towards Thursday from what you're going to be experiencing today. So definitely a huge pattern change incoming here. You can see Crescent City even dropping off by over 10 degrees as well. Pretty unique there because the temperature is pretty moderated right there on the ocean. You can see Fort Bragg dropping off quite nicely also. So definitely a big pattern change incoming here. You can see Donner Summit. Again, we're going to be dealing with some past snowfall as we go on up through the next couple of days. You can see as we get into April 3rd, that's going to be on Wednesday, I believe here. Yeah, and you're going to have some lower snow levels here below the pass level and some accumulating snowfall there. So we got to be prepared for that coming up here. And if you want a nice affordable home weather station, click on that link down below to save 10% off all solar powered and wireless ultrasonic anemometer. It's got a great smartphone app. Click on any one of these individual parameters here and get all kinds of nice, nice graphs here that you can build as well. So taking a look at the North American model, this is hot off the presses. You can see that low spinning across Arizona. And as we go through the afternoon today, you'll notice some of these showers popping up, and some of those could have some lightning included. Peninsular ranges down into Baja, into Southern California, and you can kind of see it moving off to the south and east as we go through Tuesday morning. And then finally, the system, one more day, some showers for New Mexico, but that'll be kicking out. But then you can see off to the north and west, check it out. By the time we go towards Wednesday morning, we're getting that next frontal system start to roll in here, and that's going to be bringing those mountain snows and some chillier temperatures. Now, taking a look at the lightning flash density potential here on the high resolution rapid refresh, you can see some of the shower activity here across some of the high desert areas and maybe even up towards Las Vegas. We'll see how that goes, but you can see also thunderstorm activity across a lot of Arizona and New Mexico today as well. And even again, there is a lightning chance here for some of the higher terrain in Southern California. Can't rule it out there also. Day 1 thunderstorm outlook officially, you can kind of see it does clip Nevada and portions of eastern, southeastern California, Arizona, and New Mexico. Day 2, it pushes off to the east. And then day 3, we reintroduce it here across some of the northwest coastal areas in northeast California here. And then this is going to spread down further across California as we go on in towards the end of the week. So looking at what's going on, this is the storm system we're dealing with now. This is the European on the left. The GFS is on the right. This is the ensemble mean of the European. That's the average of all 50 ensemble members. Each one of those is initial conditions are tweaked to correct for a better understanding of our errors in the initial conditions. So taking a look here, you can see the European and the GFS in pretty good agreement with that trough setting up. Pretty chilly one here too. So this could be a nice prolific mountain snowmaker, even bringing some snows down to Southern California as well. And this one hangs off through the end of next week. And then there's signs of that trough still hanging out with us as we go through the upcoming weekend here. So if we take a look at the timing of this European last night's run here, let's put this into motion. You can see that system start to roll down as we get into Wednesday morning here, coming across the region and kind of sitting here and spinning over the area and bringing some mountain snows with it. This would be about Friday afternoon. You see some of this activity continuing on through the weekend if that trough continues to stay with us as we go on in through late Saturday night, shown there. Now, looking at what's going on, you can see the chillier air aloft associated with the system, and the ridge kind of builds in here. You can see that anticyclonic rotation, the warmer air aloft, but quickly gets pushed out of the region as this much colder air mass is going to take residence here across a lot of the southwest as we go towards the end of the week. I mean, look at this chilly air mass there. That's going to be quite nice for some mountain snow activity there across much of the Sierra Nevada, Southern California, Northern California. So looking at wave heights as well, we did have some elevated wave heights with this last system. We get a bit of a break here on Tuesday, and then for some portions of Wednesday, but you can see the waves do increase as we go through Thursday, Friday, and on in through this weekend here. So we're going to have some high surf advisories, no doubt. It's pretty good wave action there as we go on into Thursday and Friday and probably into the early portions of the weekend coming up. Looking at total precipitation in inches, you see this isn't a big atmospheric river, or we're not talking about big flooding concerns, but it's definitely a chillier air mass, and this is going to bring thunderstorm potential and the mountain snow potential as well, and some gusty winds, and we'll look at those in some more detail here tomorrow. Taking a look at lightning flash density potential on the European. Here we go through the day today. You can see some of this activity again popping up there across some of maybe Southern California higher terrain, Southeast California, Arizona, New Mexico. Then we go through tomorrow, and we're going to kind of ignore that for now. But by the time we get to Wednesday morning, you can see we could get some thunderstorm activity returning on the day Wednesday. And then as we go on into Thursday, you can see that chillier air mass here is going to pack a thunderstorm threat for some of California here. And we'll be breaking down those details as we get closer to it. Look at the total snow 10-to-1 ratio. Here's the European model run. So as we go through Wednesday night, here we go to Thursday morning. So heads up. If you're planning to travel Thursday, Friday, you got to watch out for some of that snow across some of the higher terrain, that winter driving conditions. Southern California as well. You can see maybe even out towards the coastal range. Again, a very chilly system coming down for early April that's going to impact much of the West Coast. Now, look at the daily 2-meter max temperatures. This is for today. Not bad out there. Some nice temperatures to be had. And if we go through tomorrow, warming up quite nicely, maybe even up towards 80 degrees for some areas. The desert areas getting in the 80s and mid 70s, maybe some upper 70s there for Southern California. Then look at Wednesday, not bad again across much of the state. But watch what happens when we go into Thursday. Look at that temperature drop. I mean, you're talking about 20 plus degrees maybe for some areas. And by the time we go to Friday, that's even going to cool off some of the deserts here as well. So big pattern change. We're definitely going to feel this one. We're going to go from quite warm to very chilly here. It's going to feel like winter again as we go through the end of the week. And then we bounce back a little bit as we go towards the weekend. Here's the 6 to 10 day as we go through April 10th, and you can see the below average bullseye here across a lot of California. There's the 6 to 10 day precipitation. Again, continuing that above average precip. Here we go, 8 to 14 days. Still got that below average across some of the Southwest, but this is starting to intrude into California as well. But we'll be breaking that down day by day and see how that trends. Here's 8 to 14 day precipitation. Some in Northern California, kind of in that below average, and Southern California in the above average. And if we look at this, I've been updating this daily. We're at 124% of historical median for this time of year, April 1st. And it's usually the time of year we're declining, but we continue to increase, and we're going to continue to bump up these numbers as we go through the end of the week coming up here. So percent of average precipitation over the last 6 months here, I believe, October 1st through March 31st. You can see really the mixed bag. I mean, Southern California has been well above average precipitation-wise. Some of the desert areas, though, have not, and you can kind of see the hit and miss nature of this across much of the state of California. But some areas are significantly above and some are significantly below. As far as temperature, a little bit more uniform, but quite a stark signal here for above average temperatures here across much of the state. Just a few select areas that are slightly below normal, but some of these areas, you're looking at 3 to 4 degrees above normal over a 6-month period. But anyway, we'll continue to break this down. It's going to be fun to watch this system roll down. It's going to have thunderstorm potential, some gusty winds, some wave action, some mountain snows. So thumbs up for that. Always good to see that as we go on into the early spring months. Of course, unless you guys are waiting for the summer temperatures, you have to wait a little bit longer as we go through the end of the week. Definitely going to feel this pattern change roll across the area. So anyway, hope you guys are liking these videos. Click like and subscribe. We'll do this again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.